Hey, what's up? This one's for you guys. If you guys are a CFI, certified flight instructor, either a ground instructor, CFI, or a double I, or MEI, what we're talking about here should make you perk up. So if you guys are kind of on your own, if you're an independent flight instructor, if you're flying for an airline, or if you're instructing for like an airlines or for the military, or for a big school or something, this may not apply to you quite as much. I don't know what the what legalities and stuff you guys are going to get into. But if you're teaching students independently or with a small independent firm, Part 60 school, then this should definitely apply to you. I'm going to show you guys how to make a little bit of extra money. So for the last 20 years, I've been in that online marketing space and done a lot of that stuff. It leads me right back to the videos, leads me to the things that I do. I look for opportunities and I help people find opportunities for them in my consulting business. And then I help them fill those needs, basically. So find a problem, solve the problem, charge money. That's the idea there. Now, what I want to talk to you guys today, there's days where you're not going to be up flying in the sky. You are going to have down days. There are going to be days when you're going to have maintenance issues with your aircraft. And there's going to be days where things just aren't going to go as you had planned in the aircraft, or with maybe your student comes in and they're just having a bad day. Maybe they were up all night and they come in thinking they're going to come in the morning thinking that they're actually going to have a good day of flying. Don't know anybody who's done that. What's a way that you can still capitalize off of that even when you're not in the air flying? While you're on the ground, as a flight instructor, you're going to make a ground fee, which could be anywhere from probably 30. I've seen instructors charging as much as $80 to $100 or more per hour for ground instruction. So if you're good, if you know what you're doing, you can charge a lot of money. And even if you're charging at the $30 level, let me tell you how you're going to get to the $50 level per hour. It's by providing more value to your students. And you can do that by having some kind of a flight sim rig available to them. Now, I'm not saying, here, go fly this thing more. Fly it all you want. You can do it one of two ways. You could say, if you're flying with me, then I'm going to make this flight. You build a flight sim, or you get help building a flight sim. As a flight instructor, you should not be spending your time, like I did, spending a year to create a flight sim. You should just get something that is cost effective, put some parts and pieces together, plug them into a computer, and make them work. It should not be a rocket science kind of a thing. You need something that you can teach your students how to use the avionics and get basics of flying down, whether it's instruments, whether it's steep turns, whether it's staring at a G5 and understanding everything going on. There's a lot packed into the G5, the dual G5 bundle, and what you're looking at. That takes a little bit of getting used to, and if you're not used to anything, then it's going to take even a little bit longer to get used to all that stuff being packed into 2 instrument gauges, right? So what's the best way to do that without spending a whole bunch of money? It's going to be doing it on the ground and just getting used to that, okay? Just staring at that, getting the scan down, realizing, okay, this is my standard rate turn. This is where my airspeed's at. This is where my altitude's at. What is all this autopilot stuff going on up at the top part, okay? It's going to help. And if you can get that down, then you can get the G1000 down, or vice versa. If you're practicing, if you fly G1000 in real life and that's what you're training on, build a G1000. Go to Real Sim Gear and find yourself the G1000 suite and put something together that you can help train your students on when you're not in the actual aircraft. It's going to be very frustrating and very wallet draining to your student, and they're just going to get more frustrated when they're not figuring this out. So you need to make something available to them at the ground level, like this. This one's a little kind of pricey, but you can put something together that makes the most sense. If you're teaching somebody a G1000 suite, you're probably going to be charging more money for it. So this thing should pay for itself fairly quickly, and you can hit break even. Once you've hit break even, you can even charge $30 an hour on the ground to $50 an hour on the ground. You don't need to be certified. I mean, you need to be, as a flight instructor, you should at least be a flight instructor and have at least your ground instruction license. But you don't have to have an FAA certified rig to do that, okay? You can wrap that up in a nice little workaround called, this is just me doing ground training. So that's all you have to do. Just create something that they can learn from and then charge more for it. okay? That's what's going to get you guys out there and flying. For those of you guys that might not be CFIs, you can build one of these yourself if you have the extra money. That's everything we got going on here. If you have questions, hit me up in the comments. I'd love to talk to you guys. Bottom line, put together a budget rig of some sort, or if you want to put together something that's a little more than a budget, by all means. I think for $1,500 to somewhere between $1,500 and $3,000, you can build something that will easily pay for itself and will allow you to charge more per hour and will keep you in business as a CFI. That's all I've got for this video. Hit me up in the comments if you have any questions. Hit that like and subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys in another video. Take care.